Namaste. Good afternoon and welcome to Mindfulness Moments. My name is Evalena and it is a great privilege, a great pleasure to guide you through 30 minutes of movement, 30 minutes of conscious breath, and a few minutes of meditation, just settling ourselves down to that place, to that quiet place. And that is what the mindfulness practice is really about. It's about coming here. It's about coming to this particular moment, just as it is. Today, I'd like to talk about the changes, lots of changes happening always in our worlds, in our societies, in our communities, in our hearts, and really talking about the change within, the change that is the here and now. Just as we began this beautiful session together, both of us, wherever you are and wherever I am, have changed, right? Things have shifted a bit. Things are moving in our bodies. Our cells are transforming, living and dying, regenerating and moving. And it's really interesting to kind of consider that. Change sometimes is a very challenging subject for us as humans. We like things to be steady. We like things to be just as is. So that's our practice this day, and come along. So we'll begin in our seat. I'm sitting on the ground, but if you'd like to sit in a chair, if you'd like to prefer your beginning your practice there, absolutely, positively. So make yourself nice and comfortable, and let's just start to move mindfully. So we're going to start to swim around into our hips, into our shoulders, and find your way into your breath. Start to become very aware of the breath as it flows in, very conscious and awakened to your breath as it moves out. And speaking of change, right there it is, right? There's an inhalation, there's an energy that is coming into the body, and with the release, with the exhalation, there's an energy that flows right out of the body. And we're here in the rhythm of it all. Float your arms all the way up, lift up. Nice and strong and tall. We'll twist. So twisting over to the left side, just drop your right hand on your thigh. If you have a chair, you can grab the back of the chair and just spin yourself around here. Deep breathing in. Deep, deep, mindful breathing out. Feel the shift and changes as you're sitting right here, as you turn and twist the spine from the base, from the tail, all the way up to the crown of the head. As you inhale, rise back up, the arms lift to the center, reaching and expanding, and then turn and twist to the other side. This side might feel very different as you begin to observe the shifts, the changes. Shoulders can relax here. The breath moving in, you'll feel a little bit more space in the body as you empty. As you exhale, can you move into that space the body creates? Inhale, come back up to the center, reach your arms all the way up, and a gentle forward bend. So if you're in your chair, you're just going to drape yourself over your thighs on the ground. We come forward, drop your head, find your place, deep breathing in and deep breathing out. Let the energy, let any tension, perhaps that you're holding at your shoulders, the base of the head and the neck, that's a place for me that typically holds a bit of tension. So let go. See if you can shift that energy from a gripping, holding posture, perhaps, or a place of tension to a place of a bit of softness, right? Opening up. Go ahead and crawl back with your hands. If you're in your chair, same thing. Arms lift to the sky, reach up. Bring your hands together. Press your palms very intentionally together and go right through the midline, over your nose, over your mouth, and here to your heart. Deep, clear breathing. Welcome, welcome. Go ahead and release your hands. We're going to come onto our hands and knees, if that's a practice for you. If you would rather do this practice standing, please feel free to do that. I'm here on the ground, but I have a blanket that I'm bringing along with this. If you have a yoga mat, fantastic, whatever, a blanket, a towel can be put under there. So let's talk about and move into an experience, right? The changes within. Changes within. So deep breathing in, you come into that cat position, you're on all fours, and open up. The chest is wide and spacious as you come into that cow position. So just keep going now, inhaling Exhaling, deep and powerful breath in the body. Inhaling and exhaling. You'd start to circle into your hips. We're talking about the changes. We're experiencing the changes within. So go ahead. Feel how the body is responding to the gentle movement. You might discover places that feel really spacious and open, perhaps really strong today as you're moving. Alternatively, you might experience some places that feel a bit of tension. You might even have a pain in your body. Just to be aware, be awakened to that. Deep breathing. And even with the unpleasant sensations, inhale and exhale, we know that things shift and change. This too shall pass. This too shall pass. We'll take a twist here. So lifting up your left arm, lift it all the way up. And not just the arm, but open your heart. Your chest lifts to the sky. You can send your gaze up there. If you're standing, same thing, just open up the chest. And then as you exhale, we're going to go into a twist on the ground. You're going to weave that left arm underneath your right arm. If you're standing, you can just take your left hand to your right shin and fall into a twist in this position. And just breathe deeply. Inhaling, exhaling. If you're on the ground, you might interlace your right hand into the left hand and maybe encourage that arm to go a little bit further underneath your shoulder and feel what happens. It shifts and changes in the movement. Stay with it. Stay with your breath. Go ahead and gently unwind. You're going to come back up onto all fours and flow into the cat, into the cow position. Pretty traditional here. Right through the midline. You get some stretching in your toes there and the tops of your feet. If you're standing, you can be stretching into the back of the legs, into the hips. Deep breaths in and deep breaths out. Let's go with the right side. So you're going to turn and lift that right arm up. Lift the chest. The gaze can flow up to the sky. Reach and expand. Exhaling, weaving that arm underneath. Let your ear drop down. If you're standing, it's just the right hand to the left shin. And be here now. Breathing deeply, completely. Inhaling. Exhaling, interlacing the left hand into the right. You might encourage that right shoulder to track a bit underneath you and feel the stretch through the back. I feel it all the way down into the side waist in this position. And I feel the shifts and experience the change. Go ahead and gently unwind. You're coming back up onto all fours. And some more cat and cow, breathing in, breathing out. Let's do a few intentional breaths. We'll do a lion's breath. So look forward, you're opening up, the breath is in through your nose. And then as you exhale, round and stick out your tongue, emptying the breath through your mouth. Let's do this again. Inhale. Exhale, feel free to make some noise if that's appropriate. Shift of energy, really release that breath. One more time, inhaling. Empty, empty, empty. Relax the head, the neck, just letting go. Taking a rest now. So if you're in a chair, you want to sink back and sit down in your chair and come into a forward bend, you may do that for a resting position. If you're on the ground, go ahead and sink back into a child's pose, stacking your hands one on top of the other and just relax and release. Again, it's wonderful that we can help the body to relax with the power and the anchor of our breath. We can shift the energy. Breathing in, breathing out. Let the body release, let go. And this in the physical posturing, the resting postures are just as profound as the strengthening, lengthening postures, sometimes even more so. Especially if we find ourselves moving in a very fast rate in our life, right from here to there. Many of you are in workspaces, maybe in your homes or at your office or wherever you are. This is a moment that just rest and opening can shift and change, and we can access the changes that we wish to find within. Go ahead and slowly come up now. If you're seated, you can begin to come to a standing position. If you're on the ground and a downward facing dog is a nice way for you to transition to stand, you can do that. If you just want to walk your hands back to your feet, remove any support you have there, and just all of us now meeting in a forward bend. So folks who are in the chair can be standing now. Let go, grab hold of your opposite elbows, let the arms weight the body down, and then just sway side to side, opening. Release your arms. You can rotate your wrists, wiggle your toes. I adore the shifts and changes in this practice, right? The physical practice of yoga, whole body. Left hand to right shin. So we'll twist again, right arm up to the sky, right chest up to the sky, and long spine. Deep breathing. I have a straight right leg. I'm bending my left leg a bit to get a little bit more of a stretch, right? Looking for some opening here in my right side. Exhale, gently release right back down. Take a deep breath in. Empty it through your mouth. Do this twice more. Deep breath in. Empty through the mouth. And one more, inhaling, exhaling. Let's go to the opposite side. So the right hand to the left leg, left side body. The chest opens, you're long through the side, the left arm up to the sky, twisting, breathing. Again, opening, hoping for a shift, a change, and just kind of experiencing it, right? I use my breath. Exhale, gently release, let it all go. Wiggle your toes, look at your feet, and be mindful here and taking a Tadasana position with the toes so that they line up with one another, right? One foot is not further forward than the other. And then gently roll yourself all the way up. Chin is last to arise. Take the arms out to the side. Turn your palms forward and open up. Bend your elbows a bit and try to pin your elbows back behind your body. A little movement in the head and neck. Draw the chin down to your chest and take some rolls of the head. Keep your arms in this position. You feel your shoulder blades moving towards one another. At the same time, the heart, the sternum is lifting. Can give you a little space at the top of the head and the neck. Move the head in the opposite direction. Wow, I'm really hoping for a little bit of a shift here, right? A little tension at the top of the shoulders. Good, use your breath and then go ahead and bring your hands together, pressing the thumbs, like literally pressing your thumbs right there against your sternum. Lift the sternum, lift the chest. And then again, relax the head, a little softness in the head. We'll do some sun breaths now. Inhale, reach your arms all the way up. Lift, expand, exhale, flow forward. Beautiful forward bend, long spine going down, releasing, letting go. As you inhale, come up halfway. Some of us, our hands are on our shins. They could be a little higher. Exhale, release it right back down. Use your breath, arms out to the side as you come up. Go slow with intention. Right? Feeling the body, the energy shift and change. Hands together in a prayer, and the hands come to meet your heart. Inhale, rise back up. Deep breath. Exhale, flow forward, release, let go. The change within. Inhale, coming up halfway. As we stretch the back of the legs, exhale, inhale, rise back up. So moving from an upright position into a forward bend has a remarkable effect on the body. Exhale, hands here to your heart. Working to move the energy through the systems. Inhale, rise up once more. Exhale, a little shift in blood pressure as we go down. It's very good for blood pressure. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, release it right back down. Inhale all the way up. Now that said, as I come up, I keep my chin down. Sometimes I'm a little lightheaded if I haven't eaten or if I'm just feeling a bit, maybe even stressed. Sometimes there's a little lightheadedness going on. So just feel this energy, breathing in, breathing out. So we can really adjust the practice, the posturing, the movement to where we are at any particular moment. So I'm going to step wide. So I feel pretty safe where I am. If you have a yoga mat, you can turn to the side if you wish. I feel like I can be really secure here. So nice wide stance, putting your hands under your hips, lift up onto the ball of the left foot and turn that foot out. So we're coming into a warrior two position. Back right leg is really strong and steady. Arms float right up in line with our shoulders. And breathe in. The gaze is going to go over your left hand. And see what's shifting and changing as we hold this. I can feel it like the tension in my hips and my shoulders. What if we start to move? Turn the palms up. Inhale, straighten the left leg. Arms come to the top. Exhale, rebend the left leg, and down you go. Inhale, rise back up. Exhale, back down. Inhale, rise back up. This time, keep that left leg nice and straight. Take your arms out to the side. Listen, take the left hand, put it right there into the hip, and we're going to come into a triangle position. Both legs straight now, left hand down, right arm and chest open, just like we did on the ground, the whole body, the whole right side of the body. Even the gaze can move up towards that top hand. Take some breaths in and out. Use your breath, look down for a moment. Take a big opening in that arm. That right arm goes forward, and then down to the ground. You can parallel your feet here, taking the hands between the legs. Use your breath. If the ground isn't nearby, if you have a chair, you could always put your hands on the seat of the chair if you turn yourself around or arrange that, and just let go. Breathing in and breath out. Feeling a little movement in your hips. You can bend one knee and then straighten the other, going side to side here. Be mindful of your knees. You can go as low as your breath takes you, extending through the right side, bending left knee. Let's try the other side. Feel the breath. Opening up, coming back. It's really good for the hips. And then moving towards a squat. So it's pretty wide-legged squat. I'm going to turn my toes out a bit, put my hands on top of my thighs. So my thumbs are on the inside of the thighs. And I'm going to do some standing cat and cow, right? Undulating the spine, straightening the legs, and then rebending and straightening. Deep breathing. Use your breath and then gently rise back up. Good. Shrug your shoulders a bit. And again, notice the change within. Taking my stance, the feet are going to go out a little bit wider once again. Toes are really very clearly aligned. I have to move my right foot back here a bit. Lift up onto the ball of the right foot. Turn that foot out, and then down you go. Right, coming into these warrior two. Legs, float the arms right up in line with your shoulders. Gaze will be over that front right hand, and just deep breathing. Inhaling the change within. Feel the shift of energy as you turn your palms up. Even that really subtle movement shifts the energy. Inhale as you straighten your leg and bring your arms up, both legs straight, palms meet. Exhale, go down. Use your breath. Inhale, back up. Exhale, back down. Inhale, rise back up. Exhale, back down. Stay here. And then once more, inhaling all the way up. Arms are straight. Put your right hand right there in the crease of your hip. That left arm goes up and over your ear. Eventually, that right hand drops. Left arm opens wide. Trikonasana, triangle shape. Nice full breathing. Both legs straight and strong. I'm finding that I can work to maybe perhaps straighten that right leg just a bit more. Just responding to the shifts and changes within. Exhale, look down. Left arm goes forward and then right out to the center. Again, parallel your feet and you're in a forward bend. Let it all go. Wide-legged, spacious. We'll go side to side. Again, be really mindful with your own body, your own practice. Perhaps this feels really good for you today. Right? Feeling the stretch, maybe you run, maybe we're looking forward to the winter sports that we're here into in the Northeast, right? Using your breath, maybe for you, this is a little too much for your knees. So go at your own rate. Come up onto the thighs, your hands resting on your thighs. Again, some undulation of the spine. So I like to do things over and over and really to help me to notice the shifts, the changes. I feel just a little bit more spacious now, a little bit more spacious. Good, look forward. Thumbs are on the inside. Just stand up for a moment, right? Toes are turned out, you're standing up, or your shoulder blades together. Now keep all of this energy in your core. You have this nice strong core. Drop yourself down so you're not just dropping all the weight into the legs, but you're lifted and energized. Look forward. We'll do a Vastraka breath. So it's an in-breath through your nose and an out-breath through your nose. So just nice and calm and steady, in and out. You can play with the speed if you're feeling a bit energetic. Go really quickly here. Maybe a slow, steady breath is more what you need in this moment. In and out through your nose. Take a deep breath in through your nose. As you exhale, it goes out through your mouth. Drop your chin. Keep the head down. Do another breath through the nose. Empty, empty, empty through your mouth. And one more, inhaling, exhaling. Good. Slowly, slowly rise up. Head is last to come up. Good. Heel, toe your feet in. Heel, toe your feet in. Feel the whole of the body, turning your palms forward and here and now. Experiencing this moment, this breath. Go ahead. I'm going to transition now. So again, if you want to come to a chair for these final shapes, you absolutely, for our meditation. If you want to come down on the ground and that's place that you like to be, absolutely join me here. So I'm always padding up here. It helps me to keep my pelvis neutral, like it would be perhaps when I'm really conscious of my feet in a chair. I have a little bit of lift underneath. So the pose that we're going to do here is just a gentle forward bend. You can do this again in your chair. You can bend your knees, the heels dig in, float your arms up. And it's a forward bend. So down you go. Feel the ribs on the thighs, your hands, your fingers can reach around the outer edges of your feet or your shins or your ankles, wherever you are, and let go here. If you're on the ground, you might consider straightening your legs a bit, let your head hang heavy. This is the shift and change that I often invite into my practice. This feels really good for the lower back, for the hamstrings. I appreciate that shift in the body. Again, just ridding the body of any held tension, unnecessary held tension, right? We need tension in the body to function. And gently rise up, rise up, rise up, rise up. Shrug your shoulders. And then again, part of this mindful practice that we share in this moment together is we move from the movement, from the breath work into a seated meditation practice where we have the opportunity to really examine, right, the shifts, the changes that are here within. So settle yourself down into a place that you can be steady, that you can be comfortable, that you can be still. And take a hand mudra, right? This refers to the positioning of the hands that feels comfortable for you today. Maybe you feel like you need a little more grounding. You can have your hands resting down. Maybe for you, it feels more appropriate today to turn the palms up and maybe the tips of your fingers, the thumb and the index finger can touch. Maybe you want to come inward towards center. I often prefer this posture with my hands, the mudra, the dominant hand falling into the palm of the opposite hand and the thumb slightly touching. And be here now. So we bringing the practice together, the physical body maintaining this posture with great strength through your center. And the rest of the physical body begins to relax, your shoulders, your arms. You begin to relax your hips in this posture. Then we use the practice of breath, the pranayama, the life force, to anchor ourselves into this moment. into this moment. And we keep coming here. The thoughts can become still, steady, open. And maybe that's not your experience this day. Maybe your mind is filled with a list of things to do, or what happened yesterday, or what's going to happen tomorrow. And that's okay. You don't have to change that. Just observe that. And that's the practice of meditation, observing the mind, the body, the breath. And just let it be. You're experiencing this moment, and if the mind is trying to distract you, to take you away, the thoughts, the thinking mind is kind of programmed for that. Just invite it back. This is a moment for you, a mindfulness moment. And just come back here. Come back now. You can notice your breath, your awareness to just one breath. And start to deepen that breath. Listen to shift, the energy change and move. Change within. And your next inhalation, go ahead and float your arms up to the sky. So a big stretch here, open and spacious. Bring your hands together in a prayer. And then as you exhale, right through the midline, over the nose, the mouth, your hands meeting your heart center. And just taking a moment to honor the change within, the power of our bodies, our breaths, our minds. Take a deep breath in, fill up, and as you empty, exhaling softly, let go. Send that positive change energy out into the world. We do this practice for the benefit of all beings. Keep pressing your hands together, reach your arms all the way up to the sky. You're nice and full and light. And as you exhale again, right through the midline, down over the eyes, the nose, the mouth, and right here to your heart. filling the body, emptying. Namaste. Thank you so much for the privilege, the honor of guiding you through this mindfulness moment practice. If you have any questions or comments and you'd like to reach out to me, you can reach me at evalena@yogasole.com. Thank you so much. I wish you and your families a beautiful holiday. You're in that season now. So I look forward to practicing with you again very soon. Have a beautiful day. Namaste.